Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're having a sweet week. There is one thing that you tend to always hear from people that either don't drink spirits or that are new to drinking spirits. And that is that whatever it is that you're drinking, whiskey, rum, whatever, it just tastes like fire, right? It tastes like burning. Well, today I want to talk to those people and give you a few little tips to help you get past that burn. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Still It, and this is the channel all about chasing the craft of home distillation and making it a legitimate hobby. We talk about all things distilling, how to run a still, how to make a mash, all those sort of things, but today we're talking a little bit more specifically about drinking itself. We've all been there, we've all had that first drink of whiskey or scotch or whatever and thought, holy crap, this just tastes like fire. It tastes like burning. We've all been there, and if you say that you haven't, I don't know. I guess some people are immune. But the thing is, guys, if you can get past that burning sensation, if you can get to the point where you can sort of taste what's beneath it, what's behind it, there is a whole wide world of beverages out there that are just waiting to be tried, that are waiting to be sort of mulled over and enjoyed and sipped rather than just being shot. I think we should probably also mention right now that sometimes people just don't like spirits. It's not their thing. The same as chocolate cake isn't for everyone. Some people just don't like it, and that is totally fine. But if you think that maybe you would like spirits, if you could get past the burn, let's get stuck into a few tips. But first, I'm feeling kind of dry. Do you guys mind if we're all friends, right? It's cool if I have a drink without you. Cheers, guys. So first things first, it's probably worth having a think about what you're drinking. At the end of the day, guys, it kind of just takes a little bit of experience and a little bit of practice. So thinking that you can go, from drinking wine coolers to drinking Octomore overnight and be totally cool with that might not be entirely reasonable. So perhaps set your expectations on what you would like to get into and build your way up to something else if you want to be, if you want to go after those really big, bold Islay Scotches. Keep in mind that some of these things are acquired tastes and you're just not going to like them the first time you try them. That's cool. If you don't want to go back to them, don't go back to them, or try them again in a little while. In any case, time for some actual tips, things that you can do right now today to help yourself get past that burn a little bit easier. So number one is, to anyone that actually drinks spirits and has been for any length of time, insanely obvious, but for those people that don't know about it, you just don't know. And I didn't know up until about 2 years ago. Someone told me this. Kind of changed my life, quite literally, because I probably wouldn't be doing this channel if I didn't know about it. The idea is that you want to breathe in before you take a sip. You take a sip, do your thing, and then after you swallow, the first thing you do is breathe out. The idea is that you're going to have alcohol vapors in your mouth, down sort of through your throat, and if you breathe in straight away, you're sucking all of that down into your lungs, and it doesn't feel good. If, however, you breathe out right after having a drink, you're not going to get that effect. So, breathe in first, and for me personally, I like to, if you're going to breathe in, I like to have a sniff as I'm doing it. Whatever, call me wanky. Take a sip. Breathe out. I know this sounds like a little thing, guys, but if you haven't been doing it, honestly, it will completely change your experience when drinking spirits, or anything of a higher ABV for that matter. To follow along with that a little bit also, I would suggest that when you first put the spirit into your mouth, let it sit, let it chill, let it mellow, roll it around on your tongue really gently for a little while, and then swallow. I know this seems like it's going to make it burn your mouth more, but it's not really the case. There is definitely a faction of people, or a bit of a social norm, that it's about being tough and it's manly to drink spirits. And I want to go right on the record right away, right now, and say that I think that is complete and utterly full of it. I think it's complete and utter bollocks. So that is not what this video is about. You're not going to hear any more about that. All right? Next up is make sure you're taking little tiny sips. Once again, if people want to call you wanky for it or whatever, that's fine. What it is about is getting the most enjoyment that you can get out of your spirit. So take little tiny sips, roll it around on your mouth, swallow it, At the end of the day, these things are so concentrated and strong that you're going to get just as much flavor out of that as you would with a big swig, and it's going to last longer as well. Obviously, as you get used to this and you're drinking higher ABV spirits more often, you may want to take a bigger mouthful, but once again, it's never about like knocking it back. It's about drinking it slowly and enjoying it as it goes down. The next thing to talk about can be very controversial in the spirits world, but that is adding water into your spirits as well. I'm not even going to get into the should you, shouldn't you, all that sort of stuff. Does it make it better? Does it not make it better? All of these things, I don't want to even get into that now because that's another video. But what I will say is if all you can taste is fire when you drink a spirit, try adding a little bit of water to it, bring the ABV down just a smidge, and get it to the point where you can taste something and enjoy something. Next time you drink that spirit, you might put a little bit less in there. See how you go. When I say a little bit of water, I really do mean a little bit. Like get a straw. That's quite a lot, actually. Start with a little tiny bit. It's easy to add a little more in if it's still a little hot for you, but it's really hard to take it out. Next up, I want you to have a think about what it feels like the first time you take a sip of a spirit after not drinking anything for a long time. Have another couple of sips and then think about it again, and you will notice that the burn factor drops way off, and essentially your mouth's just kind of getting acclimatized to it. It's getting used to it. If you haven't put any high ABV spirits into your mouth in a while, it does basically just burn a little bit more. Have another sip, wait for 30 seconds or something, have another sip, and then sort of slow down. Take your time from there, and you will notice that you'll taste a lot more flavors than you thought you could with the first sip. And the last thing I want to say, guys, is definitely controversial in the craft spirits world. But at the end of the day, if you're just not enjoying it, if it's too strong for you and you want to enjoy it, but you just can't get past that burn, have a think about putting a little splash of soda water or something like that into the spirit. Get past that point where it's no longer sort of scary for you. Get to the point where it's just approachable and easy for you to drink, and give it another go. It is all about you doing what you feel comfortable with. It's your spirit, drink it the way you want it, and don't let anyone else tell you any different. I want to take a second to have a chat to the people that watch the channel regularly and that kind of know what's going on in my life right now. If you don't know, my wife and I have just had baby twins. They are now, ooh, geez, I don't even know, a little over 2 weeks old. So life's pretty crazy around here. Sorry that I've missed videos over the last couple of weeks. I will be trying to get videos out as often as I can and try and get back into the normal routine. Thank you very much for all of the people that have wished us well, that have said congratulations, and for everyone that sort of said take your time, come back when you're ready. I totally appreciate it. You're right, guys, family comes first, but I don't want to go missing either. I really enjoy doing this, and I don't want to lose all momentum on the channel. So thanks for the support, guys. I thoroughly appreciate it. Especially thank you to the Patreons. There was 2 of you that actually upped your pledges even though I wasn't putting videos out, which is crazy. You're nuts. Yeah. Thank you. Anyway, guys, I hope this video made sense to everyone, and I hope you enjoyed it. Just to review, first up, take your time, and you're going to have to just get a little bit of experience drinking spirits under your belt. Second of all, make sure you're breathing out as soon as you swallow. Third of all, water that down a little bit if you want. Don't expect it to taste not burny on your first sip, and if you want to, don't feel horrible for adding a little bit of something else into your spirit if you want to as well. I'd suggest soda water so it doesn't change the flavor too much. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up for me. That would be awesome. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will catch you next time, guys, when hopefully we'll be doing some stuff with the still again. See ya.